Hello and welcome to today's news update about South Sudan. In this program, we will talk about three important stories. First, the people of the Greater Pibor administrative area are asking President Salva Kiir Mayardit to remove their chief administrator, Gola Boye, because of corruption and abuse of power. Second, we will look at the latest fighting in Upper Nile State between the government forces, Agwelek militia, Abishok, the Nuer army, and the SPLIO. And third, we will discuss the call for President Kiir's daughter, Adut Kiir, who was recently appointed as presidential envoy to help bring peace by talking to her father and helping to free Dr. Riek Machar from house arrest. Stay with me as we go through these stories in detail. Anan malake nem kana diale content barwanye lingwaseme anda manduni cham kodnyak mle anong roini ka Nuer TV tieg just wante bukon keling to kon keler dang doctor very important to barodan palping keling den. Leranya banner right thin banner right check a quick comment chalke gola boyo jen rame mom la kwer mi za kwanya kill mi yadit ena mi la kwer ne itin konti chalke murlene jen chaja gwanya wajen che corruption che jalat ke che power che use jek a negative konti la jeba gwadan en rojetin bana jome bana jeling kore gore jeno banner right check takur dan choda la dre weche ka panal kam kuma SPLIO Nuer Wayami, SSPDF, Agwelek Force, Candidate Kochalge Abishok, a winner ka Dinton content chala martinary core money, Banakalinga Jalaramene. Ler Bananyolin con Guasame, Banaracha, Kaki, Adut Kirmayadit, Adut Chinaro Kaja Elogen, Der Reka Guan ko de Dr. Machar de Jalun, a Banamadana Chalatin, Railer Kaname Banajilin Kel. First, Banaracha, Kaki would commercial kame. Boyoy, Gola Boyoy, Malakwer Dung which GPAA. Let us begin with the Greater Pibor administrative area, commonly known as GPAA. On August 29, 2025, citizens of Greater Pibor administrative area wrote a petition to President Salva Kiir Mayardit. In this letter, they asked him to remove the chief administrator, Gola Boye Gola. The petitioner accused Mr. Gola of corruption, misuse of power, and bad leadership. According to the communities, Gola did the following things. He took the livestock money worth 800 million South Sudanese pound, which was supposed to help the people. He also diverted $2.5 million from the African Park Network money that should have supported community program. He withheld tax revenues instead of using them for school, hospital, road, and other services. He ordered arrests of youth and chiefs without good reason. He gave government job only to his family and close people. The people say these actions have destroyed trust in leadership. They believe Greater Pibor administrative autonomy is being weakened by outside interference. Communities are now more divided than before. In their petition, they ask President Kiir to choose a new SPLM leader who is honest, transparent, and who respects freedom. This story is important because it shows how corruption and abuse of power are affecting local governance in South Sudan. When leaders misuse public funds and fail to serve the people, the result is poverty, anger, and division. Many observers believe that if the president listened to the petition, it could bring hope to the people of Greater Pibor administrative area. But if he is ignored it, the anger may continue and lead more instability. Dolin kono magwasame a jom chalat a community dungmurle mentere wika Greater Pibor administrative area. Jikala do wona ken kuardan an ke Pibor no ala Greater Pibor administrative area ko la wude shalke Gola Boyo jen chaja kwan kirma yadi naka gwase dan alo jena kuar me rojen binami jen chi community de chikala no Gola Boyo jen che tungwan che yelat che Gola Boyo jen che corruption che jelat ka che power che misuse no jena wa kwer mi je ke kwer mi chiro da lot shi community dung Greater Pibor administrative area ke dung jepe murleni chikala do nene Gola Boyo take di jeri chalat menyam wajen chok che ka kwak. You took livestock money, you og yun ke yuti cha ko og to ti chop ke de million South Sudanese pound jaga nang no ka wa yu to ka yu de long ka wich jan bani wa cha yu ti chop ke 2.5 million US dollar jaga kan ka African Park Network mitere we dien kan yu to wa de support community bakaka wa jen USL tax revenue instead of using them for school, hospital, road and other service watch look ala yu content la tu gola solbook watch ga use ka dob dien. He ordered arrest of use and chief without good reason. Wajen yanetin kontelangwani kanene kon la dienere which yanaka lora bang. He gave government job only to his family. One de kon moja let boneka jidwari na lo chigane ideal. Chala de wojen che ngat andan dong de ngede ne kon la jiwu wa che jayar. Kuja mo gorga jen wo deja which ki deja wo kaping ka kwa dan tetin. Kwa kirmi yadit kwa jele tijin wo nene gorga jen wo deri wo kadene non kwara dien. Gola boyo nime chaja kwa ne gwase dan wajen letke wa tenet no gaje kani lokoje but right now she community kan warga gor kalat kan no shine gola boyo shine gor gojen che yurin kon dong de lat rei wichin binami ki kwakten kon dong de lat which great people administrative area wajen chaka yar ki chaka cham ajen mi chawar gam chakulo gor ka jeneti kon la community dianen go jen chaja gor no belengot ala kwer and winami gor kan no deja kap ping ka deja wujeram do de la re kwerka malaran SPLA ping kim yadit kan chine wudo me chine gor ala kwer greater people administrative area cha kwan gola boyoy gor kan deja wuj ko jan cha corruption cha lat ka jowo dan en jikan lat ke je jowo me amde kon link ka to dan en che to ko je atu kon galer to ko kien ban lingwa seme kore jitore wi ka penal state ban jelinkel kore mo cha to kam Jason Bor Kennedy ni tin kola dhni SSPDF jeje bor chala do jani charo mat kel kene kuma marwaike Dr. Machala dhni SPLA aigo ban jome ban gilingo ak do badan chalat kije. Now let us move to Upper State where new fighting has been reported according to SPLA-IO spokesperson. Government soldiers together with Agweleng militia attacked the Nuer army and SPLA-IO in a place called Tunja. But the attack did not succeed. Instead, the government troops were pushed back and scattered. No official casualties were announced. However, the SPLA-IO say the captured SSPDF soldier, Agweleng fighter, Abishok militia, and even foreign mercenaries from Russia were also captured. The SSPDF spokesperson has not yet given any comment on this fighting. This was not the only battle. On the day before, another clash happened in Longashuk County. Government soldiers attacked SPLA-IO headquarters there, but again they were defeated. SPLA-IO reported that they captured Matiangton from the pro-government forces. Once again, no official casualty number were given, but there are reports of life loss and many people were wounded. Even though numbers are missing, it is clear that both sides suffered losses. These repeated attacks show that the conflict in Upper Nile is still active. The situation is dangerous for civilians who often find themselves caught in the middle of fighting. Many families are forced to leave their homes, searching for safety across the border into Ethiopia or moving to displacement camp inside South Sudan. The capture of foreign mercenaries, as claimed by SPLA-IO, also raised question: why are outsiders, including Russian, involved in this local conflict in Upper Nile? If true, it means the war in South Sudan is being influenced by forces outside the country. We can make peace even more difficult. Observers say both sides, the SSPDF and the SPLA-IO, should avoid more fighting and return to dialogue, but for now, the guns are still talking louder than peace. Jawlin kon magwasame atada na chukurche tuokaje. Kurame tuoga kam dhni SPLA-IO, dhni SSPDF, tin charin mat ka Agweleng force, ka charin mat ka Bishok, kel kanedi shalado kenike jirasha. No. According to Raidan Chala, Nathan content to pin Dr. Machar, wa Agweleng militia, chicken, Agweleng militia, la dignitet, Kennedy SSPDF, watch our in mat, chicken where I am, can ɛkuumɛ SPLA-IO, chicken Kamagdor and Shalke Tunja. A rekurmo, a wa can along, a wa can chaka push back, Chaka Juch, Kajodan Chalat Guasman. kana washi ka ben ka ping di te long lo de kan kume murai ke Dr. Machar de kan jojok ke de kan kari outdoor bar washi mishit kana mo cha ken cha kan edi shir to cha jojok ka jodan shalat tel liam shalat no shi to ke te ne di shamu ka bot kana ko la na mo duno kume spela yo chikala do kan shi ka dhni SSPDF chicken ka kep chicken dhni agwelek chicken ka kef chicken dhni bishop tani chicken ka kef tila militia ne nyok ba chikala do chicken tila foreign mercenary ne de gweken o ka jirasha ne de shop ko wel chala do ken chicken ka kef SSPDF spokesperson lure kong tel right mi chalat gwasme tel mi post bogo social media da mi deje kula ngaje no jen me chaje confirmed you know kuma spela yo kenede ko na chiroi na me chi jan kur makorwa de te kur mi to ba pan eno kalongo shuk kanti awa government soldier chikan kuma spela yo headquarter chikana mak an gwasmo wachu katre kur mi dikka kuma spela yo wachu de ne kuma chwa ka jojire wichin winami waspela yo chukan matyang ton wa chikan kef chikan program for chikan ka joj ka jodan chalat kije anyo mi chikana mebo tel mi chalat ka ta mi dong te ne di shilu ke te ne di chita ka bot ba chalat ro te ne di shilu ba kana ite moto ka bot dit but kan pig den kana kulalat kon kor wa kurm di de long an ko dana ci tuok ka bo sai taram ci jow shi lat kan kuma spela yo kan ta dan mitene di chamu ka bot ke ne di shilu kan lat ka kan de ne SSPD abo pinkir ma yadi tentere wichin winami tel mi ci kan larbo ko ka do dana ci ke to je men chalat gwasame wo ci kor mo chode la tirme dan lin kone ka jom cha nyolat gwasam mi ci to gano ne na ka penal ka tunja an wo cha kuma spela yo cha ka mak de ne SSPD a gole force a bishop force kana jirasha ka cha de rasha cha ala kap cha guje no ne de ti wa kana de kon yar ka South Sudan ko bi ka tiga majje kana ci kamanda na gor kano de kan liya de kan sham kana tin kon tila gole de je ko gwasan pai we chana waje no ci jirasha ci gaban ka penal ka malakal e ko bi kan liya dan te ka paloj bi kan brialeka de kan pipeline de kan realeka banamo wa kan ci gaban ba ka meti dit kan drone to gor kano bi ka kuma spela yo bi kan destroy ka jam ajem mu kuyel ne na tamme ci koro mo chore lat ka joda na shalat na me amila roda re wichin binami atilin kon ga ti ka tilat karodian kurun walle kam SSPDF kana kuma spela yo ka tunja a kurm di long but cha kume kirm yadi tara do ka cha push back ka joda na shalat cha ka joj ka cha ka kamna na me mi shalat ne tin kon tila de ni SPLA go ka ta dan kana gor ka je ko te ka front line ki ngai kam dan le rode so jo me mi shalat ken mi goro de jeling a gor je no bana nyoko murai kon gwasame ka kwi adut self kema yadi te ka jo mi shalade shwal ke je de tin kon tin l'activist kan je wedial ano dere mal dere je nung power dana cha kame gwan dere je gorno dere je exercise ka dere je use ko dere gwan dere je influence ban jo me ban je linkel ban kula right tin ka do bodan en be ke je. Finally, we go to the story of Adut Kirmayadit, the daughter of President Salva Kiir Mayardit. Adut Salva Kiir Mayardit was recently appointed as the presidential envoy for a special program. This is a new role, and many South Sudanese are watching closely to see how she will use her position. Right now, many citizens and activists are calling on her to take an important step. They want her to convince her father, President Salva Kiir Mayardit, to release Dr. Riek Machar from house arrest. Dr. Machar, who is the leader of the SPLM-IO, has been restricted from moving freely since 26 March 2025, when he was arrested. People believe that his release is important for the 2018 Reptile peace deal to continue. Without Dr. Machar, the first vice president and the commander-in-chief of the SPLA-IO, full participation, peace talk cannot be complete. The call for Adut Salva Kiir Mayardit are growing. Activists said she should visit Dr. Riek Machar personally as a sign that she supports reconciliation and peace. They believe that as the daughter of the president, she has influence. She may be able to persuade her father to take bold steps for peace. If Adu Salva Kiir Mayardit succeed, it could change the political climate in South Sudan. It will show that even family members of leader can play a role in ending conflict. But if she remains silent, critics may say her appointment is only for show and not for real peace building. For the people of South Sudan, peace is urgent. After years of war, displacement, anger, and suffering, they are tired. They want leaders who can put aside personal power and work together for nation. Jolin kon magwasa me ɛkuumɛ chatub kakwi nyama shalka me Adu Salva Kiir Mayardit. Adu Salva Kiir Mayardit jen awa aram kelme de influencer dere je use kakwi gwan. Dere mal dere jenong. Shalka jen wo noni mal re wika South Sudan. Adu Kiir Mayardit jen paya kwen. Anya Kiir Mayardit. Kajen chate kel ka gwan boka kor gwan sumi chanemen tegalat kade ko kiene lada. Jen wacha lada long ping Kiir Mayardit wa take influence boka dob dan la woy kana ne te kone la kwar. Wa influence de wo jana re kuma ka wa ledeja gwada ngoda kan ben gwasmentama michan je kulne ne wojen chaja kwan ala presidential envoy for special program chaja kwan ba gorga je en wojen der lede long ka der legacy gwandere jaka mugwa Adu Salva Kiir Mayardit ne ka gwada da ne sha kwan ala presidential envoy cha jala long je ka kane to goal jika ka kwadial jejegan tabande ngai jejekan Rebecca nyande jejekan shiga shalke ala shiga la vice president jejegba kana wudu shalka me Dr. Benjamin Bolmel jejeka kwarko kende dititare wika South Sudan jen wa gorga jen wo their position their je use alo denating konti de mal de jenong their ke influence gorga jen their power their je use ko their mal their jenong Nating one citizen re wika South Sudan fol kana do no lenim ngwane jen take important step gorno jin break gur ne Kiir Mayardit jen Dr. Machar alunya Dr. Machar joke Adu Salva Kiir Mayardit ko ge jen o telewe dadian me bi mal be ben ge garobi Adu point the be power dan cha kame gwan be je use Dr. Machar chikon ngajino akwera swela yo ka chaje yena wal ne ka chen jandang ro bakel ka pay diok ka jeron kin dang ro jandang ro di la luinde awa very important ka kwi malka 2018 peace agreement e dana shatan male shatan koron kin dang ro badak awa te ga ten ditin long metal Dr. Machar gege jeno tela mal mboro da lat gorga jeno dara zil participate no katin diala kon latke ke peace process ko de mal der kuluben ban misha kana kon jago be participate gege jeno tela mal mboro da lat gorga jeno der te karwa jadana gorke dobran de mal der ben kaje gorke Dr. Machar ko der waitin ajana tema kwa nya Kiir Mayardit kwa yele shol ano jandera wake gwan der gwanda yala dobran ende mal der ben kaje anyok ana dut point de gorge je en wo jendere je kene Dr. Machar point de jende wo ne reti jen gwada ante Dr. Machar tetin de ka kel de kan wo dan en der brar ke je de kan logich kel gorge je no der right kene reg Machar ko jena teme chate ke influence der je use so der right ka gwan der men dini jen bol step der ja kan ko der reg Machar de ja ko ba jelun ke be mal be je continue Mishi Adu to succeed at Chamugam Shirame Chajalat. Our days of Sudan political climate is also done there or again. There knew the one ene. There mal, there ben mal medium go catch a diamal medium jack. They could reality to talk on tema, the weaker South Sudan to Lincoln Kati and Olat Korodi and they in capture. Dundo, if she remains silent, Kajan Shamika power, Kakwaji pressure a community. Citizen in country wika South Sudan and go jin len mi shikaname wa ba chwajen do badan and jen kana gwan manikan dial bika collapse ka jeki bika fail no manetin kon na kan won ba wa bi dial bu rodian show dark ajen kwale jugo na te jin rani ka gur lon Dr. Machar ko bi male me beben ajen do badan and jogo jeka ano please rani ka gur mal abe Chana tin diala kona chioden la chana kangach. Kor kona tuɔɔk an walɛ. Ano tuɔɔk en kongu ke influence bin be ne ka point de kir me yadit. Ano bi malbe ben anga ekir ke wo bi korbe tin bane ekir mi gorga jeno bi korbe roda kapchong gorga jeno kir me yadit point de ajara madan en burach ke bi malame bino so ko tela mal do dien bano garo bane tin kon tigati jen bawo konluñ che mun tuɔɔk mala be gwaza dan en chinarden ling gwaza dan en cha tidial kon gorken wode la let cha khalat ban min lo je ano ba mal ba jenu chirmen let kirm yadi de logo jen wo be banetin kon tila kuma espera yo kwarken bakalun wana me ngumbe nonga benonge to wante baro di rep tela mal mu gwa be tuɔɔk chem tuɔɔk nono so mal be ben enimi charing ma char chaje kon luñ ka tijen so jo me muguro de jelinga tema ka gorga manan gorken ode mal der ben rei wich ka South Sudan. Tindi alat kon ko gwazme ketin linkon ka ko ken katilat korodian. Alam chala de uchi kurcha tuɔɔk tiddi alati gorken dialog gor karwach chabia pal nikatin akir me yadit gor jeno de na de kan roch chigatema ta dan len ngwarudin keje chi tamgwa atamjiak anobi malbe ben gor ne dial gor shar dial gor ne kim yadit karwade gor ka men ku mes felayo ko bi kan mal bi kan anok ba me tin ku mes felayo chemal che jelok ramdan long mal e wuri shal ka kirm yadide anobi mal bi bena beteka kir chebeteka nga chebeteka dakreng machar ko dakreng machar no ko bi mal bi ben ko bi mal bi bena dakreng machar ba je deloñ again the only way how ten bi mal be ben kaja me kan dakreng machar kana konluñ tela gwa bi mal be ben kaja tara jome chana jelinkel ka do bandande konling kaja. Many people are asking what is the way out for peace to prevail in our country. Then said that many citizen activists and leaders are giving it is this the release of Dr. Riek Machar. Why is his release so important? What can it change? And how can South Sudan move forward toward peace? Let us discuss this step by step. South Sudan has been in conflict for many years. The civil war has killed thousands of people and displaced millions of families. Families have been forced to flee to refugee camps in Uganda, Ethiopia, Sudan, and Kenya. In 2018, a peace agreement was signed. It was called the Riftelai Peace Agreement. This deal was supposed to bring unity between the government and the opposition, especially between President Salva Kiir Mayardit and Dr. Riek Machar, who is the leader of the SPLM-IO. But the truth is, the peace has not been fully implemented. There is still fighting in some areas, there is still mistrust between leaders, and there is still suffering for ordinary people. One big problem is that Dr. Riek Machar has not been free. He has not been free. He has been under house arrest. This means he cannot move freely. He cannot visit his supporters, and he cannot play his full role in leading the peace process. Why Machar release matter? For peace to work, both sides of leadership must be included. You cannot make peace by silencing one of the main leaders. The release of Dr. Machar is important for three main reasons. First, it will show that the government is serious about peace. If the government keeps Machar under house arrest, it sends a message of fear and mistrust. But if he is released, it sends a message of trust and reconciliation. Second, Machar freedom will allow him to join peace discussion openly. He can sit with President Kiir, with other political parties, and with community leaders to talk face to face. Without his full participation, the peace process will always be weak. Third, his release will give hope to the people. Many people, citizens, and other supporters feel excluded when their leader is silent. But if Machar is free, they will feel included in the country's future. This will reduce tension and fighting on the ground. So, his release is not just about one man, It is about the whole peace process. Recently, President Kiir daughter Adut Kiir was appointed as a presidential envoy for a special program. Many people believe she has a role to play in this matter. Citizens and activists are calling on her to use her influence to speak with her father. They want her to say, "Father, let us release Dr. Riek Machar so that peace can be real." If she visits Dr. Riek Machar, it will show the people that peace is not just word, but action. It will also send a strong message that leader families also care about peace, not only about power. Show leader, civil society group, and regional partner like IGAD, Africa Union are also being asked to support this call. Together they can pressure the government to release Dr. Riek Machar as a first step toward peace. Peace in South Sudan will not come from gun. It will not come from killing each other. It will not come from silence. Peace will only come when leaders choose dialogue, forgiveness, and inclusion. The way forward is clear. Release Dr. Riek Machar, bring him to the peace table with President Kiir, allow all political leaders to participate without fear, respect the 2018 peace deal and implement it fully. Focus on service for the people, school, hospital, road, and food security. If these steps are taken, the suffering of the people can reduce and a new chapter of peace can begin. Jawlin koname aduobadan en chaladene ano mi gorka jengo be malbeben ramandan en gorka no biti dialtiri aleke Dr. Machar. Ngai kona korun tungwan Riek Machar chetere kori ke Kiir Mayadit. Itka kore kona ji tuɔɔk ni ke 2018 no kon jok teji tuɔɔk ke 2013 2016 abena ka jen 2025 me rundi ala tie korte ni jen tenore which ka South Sudan tele magwa mi shoda lot ajen korne chiang bad baje kule kap chongade ba kap chong ko wo mu wa Dr. Machar wa jelun rete jen ajen dan arwa na ka kwiden wo Riek Machar a lun kije mal abe bad mu ka Riek Machar kana konun tele do mi bi mal ben kije. So we are on right now right kon kaje o ba Riek Machar ba jelun and then ba peace process ba nyok ba kul nyok malat kaje ko en Dr. Machar ko ramati ki influence ke key figure ko kuma spela yo kana South Sudan asul jaram dan dongo ke no de ma dere jeno but no ba jen jako bitin jare ti jen chaje gorno ba jelun tele do mi mo mi bi mal be ben kaje so Kiir Mayadit a gor jen o dere magwani jen dere jalat ko dere Dr. Machar dere jakolun Dr. Machar mi chaje bulun tele mal me beben jen mandana ngai kene dialan teme murai kona ngai konti kon lat ko rodien. Okay, so me dan channeling no nene ano shika dol a Kiir ikchikir lad no to ba mal ba jenno ba Riek Machar ba jelun ba de wa chaje lok kol manyang juk chaje lok wuri shalga me bolmel chaje lok Michael Makwel wesken jangte ko ken wona ka jang elder council wa chika lok no ba Riek Machar ba jelun dol ken ka lon Dr. Riek Machar gu ken Riek Machar ba kor ba jenyok ki chenche kurche binyok ba dol ken ko Riek Machar ba roda chung ala kor na mo jaga ken dial ko bi ka dol en Kiir Mayadit de ngumo dwaleje mo ke loko jeno de Dr. Machar de roda chung why ngumo dwal kaje tangi konan teme ala election again the way out ka South Sudan lep ke jene ideal refugees everyone live in a queen quarry bar teme Kiir Mayadit cheje yarmi chirka na mone eno chukurche to ke 2013 new the jeno de ne ideal de can focus ko de mal de beneje ban ngai kone chaje no ko Kiir ke guru no te mal madeben kana jo me chan jamilin kel do badana gurgu jen wo de election der ben gaje ke de queen kwada ben gaje ko ntame ci Kiir che logo no de queen kwada ben ne ka gwase dan Asia independent chaje correcten kone chaden lat me Riek Machar chungorode ci Kiir lok jo to no kurke 2013 antame ke 2025 di kontene me jantu go je nyogo de ro de chung alo china atiak ci Kiir Mayadit ci korin ci nyoko mutu ko je leng na jo men kel ka do badan ci wan to ko je. South Sudan become an independent country in 2011 after a long struggle. The people celebrate freedom with great joy. But soon after independence, the nation fell into conflict. Civil war broke out in 2013 between forces loyal to President Salva Kiir Mayardit and those loyal to Dr. Riek Machar. Many lives were lost and millions were displaced. Because of the conflict, elections were postponed again and again. According to the 2018 peace agreement, elections were supposed to happen after the formation of a transitional government. This transitional period has already been extended more than once. Now, people are saying the country must prepare for elections so that citizens can finally choose their leader in a democratic way. Elections are not just about politics. They are about giving people a voice. First, election can bring legacy. When leaders are chosen by the people, they have more authority and trust. Second, election can reduce conflict. Many people are fighting because they feel excluded. If fair election happen, every group has a chance to compete peacefully in a state of thorough war. Third, election can focus leader on service. When politicians know they must face voters, they are more likely to provide a school, hospital, and road instead of only serving themselves. For this reason, citizen activists and international partners are pushing hard for the election to take place. But there are so many problems standing in the way. Security. In many states, fighting is still happening. Communities are divided and army groups are active. Without peace and security, it is hard to organize voting. Freedom. Opposition leaders like Dr. Riek Machar are restricted. Some activists and journalists fear arrest. If leaders and citizens are not free, the election cannot be fair. Logistics. South Sudan is a young country with poor road and weak infrastructure. To carry out election, the government needs voter registration, polling station, and trained workers in every county. This requires a lot of planning and money. Trust. Many citizens do not trust the election. That election cannot be fair. They fear that the ruling party, SPLM led by Salva Kiir Mayardit, will control the process and block true competition. These challenges are real. If they are not solved, election may bring more problems instead of peace. So, what can be done? Free political leaders, allow all major leaders, including Dr. Riek Machar, to move freely and campaign. Provide security, stop attack on civilian and disarm militias so people can vote without fear. Strengthen institution. An independent election commission should organize the poll, not only the government. International support, the African Union, IGAD, and United Nations can provide fund, training, and monitoring to make election credible. Civic education, citizens should be taught how to vote and why their vote matter, so they participate actively. Malat kon magwasame atadan ende kuin kwade jalat keje kan do brande kurde ja felkaje ngai konen go niga gwase dane ci South Sudan ci independent ci jekaje ke 2011 ci konti ala ngajino ci kume ci chopce je so ano ci kume ci chopce je ci nyono to ci mal ci tungben te nyono bna shu bi de election lat ke kuin kware awo ci na ci chop kware le na aka ko bana aka kuin kwar ci de me ci kon ngajino 2011 me ci ben ci guje no bna rin chung me ci ren ma char ci guje no brodo chung cha jogo no chiro do chung ci ren go brodo chung akir an gwazmo ci kon shunen ci civil war ci to ka 2013 gwade ci deni Dr. Machar kan deni Kiir Mayardit ci kurumtin an wena mu shuwo ko ba nwere wan ba kan nak kan ne tu ngare wi ka South Sudan ne de chopke kine to ku dangwan te shulu ka South Sudan ka gen ku tar na me te korte gtene ci election ci yon yam ci ka me gor kira temate gurundu shop ko wel ngwan kwera kirun wel jok ban maruna dial te kwerke guruni jandangro atu uniga 2005 abeneka 2025 to kontinene te kwerke ka tel mashanen tel magwam le rode entem murai kon misha guje no gorge jeno by election bajelat la kir la tidia la ka yudaniam che gor chitka medane cha peace agreement cha ja tanke 2018 do bedane tanke jegeje awo the transitional government de chak and transitional government me chak aje awo ba ku inquire ba jelat then benetin kontila citizen bikara madana nokene bikana kwany ajen robe dan e gor ke jeno ba transitional government ba je kwany ge but kir mi yadi kam shirna mo kana jogor jeno jen batung no kor ko be ku inquire be jepen ci kondi ala shunen awo shamal chaje yare ka tungwan mi che mal che de tiak ba mal ba je extend ba ku inquire ba je extend telambro de lat ka nang wani amatno lo cha gor no pet ka ngwa ko jen rob dan ku kir ko le jeng jere kwarka ci kon nen ban wonene kana kon la jiwu mi shaga displace a cha ka ju gon ken kon tigatin de yen ku expect kidi eno be voter we ka vote ka registration lat ka ku voter de ka ku vote di kana to ci na we ka refugee camp teram tre wich teremen gor kire jenetin wan ci displace ka jen ta dana le roda Amenam jene, me go ge jeno be election ba jelat. Election she kui politika. Awo bani chin konti la juwich baka kam voice, baka kam jow. Bramo kwer dan noga beja kwan. Election new jenu benetin konti la juwich buga kwerina nokana bekana kwan. Bekaram dana deka le deka bekana kwan. Anyong mon gwa ki election jenene. Election mi cha jelat. Gwa dana gorko ba jelat la kwar la kana compete. La kena kong la rana gujeno mu kena shanlet ka shala rishan en shabu kwan jirko tama de kwade kan compete kalet share let infrastructure let one reguch hospital school road everything when a infrastructure kon de la they can kong they can let me shala go tikking quarteten but right now nana je chikan logo no de kan it contin la jiwu de kan karyaleka jen minen yana tama to korotegatin ko lugdian ko ba ku inquire ba jelat ko use can this tactic ala me ku ka stay ka power ke je ka gwame bar be kan country resources be kan ka cham right now right kone activist ke citizen connecting kontila international partner wa ko gur kana longono de mal de jelat gur kana longono de queen gwin de jelat la ku inquire ban mi shirkana me man la challenge tin janana Nate want machina tere which ko tele security kurte tin gwana dial ka kantine dial gwan mi community ni chi garu yan dak chikan china let kel ngai kon diale gwan ma chungra ma jodo rien nuer chungala nuer jang chungala nuer so mi chi gana me de mal de benede men yam awode dakra ma cha de jelun de ne diala kontila ne ka de ka luk this self became a yadi der campaign der je goro be ladba but self ke che gorno tene ko kene de campaign de kan la jen menen yana tama ala kur to ko gwata ma ko to ko kor gwata men ko che gorno te kamal me deben te ga me de roda lat a jen mi jojene de kon la voter ka jama ka tele mal me de lad me dong me tele na re guch ci mal che de me ben ka tele queen kwar me de lat mine de kon de kul vote mi joy ka changaro of gkm tele dom mo de mal der ben ka je special che kor kon lat karo de nan tamam ke jen 2025 me tele queen kwar me de lat ke 2026 ko te de wana kalat security kanade aleka integration of force ngode permanent constitution kanatuk anyok nang ne de kon te ka kemne kan nang ray wit de mal der kul benede ka queen kwade de kul benede jen mo kwa kire kwa je le pressure ntama jin gorno bi mal bi jenong malati wano ko bi South Sudan ba teka mal so men gwa jene men de na on yam kaja gorgi jeno keneti kon la kwade ka participate de ka jal freely ka de kan campaign de kan lat anyok goro jeno on won kume de ne de kon la jiwich okay la civilian chaka de attack chaka de nak chicken ga de displace bane chicken community chicken ga de target e ko ken kan ware kie ka jam me kuma nyanya de nyene kuma kami cha gwan wo de mal de jenong ban malat ke cha de lugo win mon chere mangai kon de ala kon lan ware tile ngaro jame ano ke jaramadan en yer kuma South Sudan ajen minen yena tema kwa nyaade kwa je le pressure no jin no ni mal re wet ka South Sudan jin roy ni ka gur no be dakre ma char be jelun and then bene di ala shugo je no shamal cha je nok ekir kolon dakre ma char je la way out tele way out den medong de roda lat So final thought gwas me men goro no de nyoka kon kel tindi al kon lat ko de re wika South Sudan and walɛ o yar kana mal ala regma charme kana kon barar tel mishale mal targeting Nuer people by the SSPD when the ticketing berkan ke helicopter ke boken ke helicopter using inside their weapon and they are using foreigners jere meji to konta maka kodor shal ke ton Germany micha gwam jala tin ro sha dinra sha deploy tin te dialati yere mal ka kana loko bi mal beben akil me yadit so mal beben enemy charing ma charja konun Shal kan diala no de kan gwar ka de kan te diala kon en tinde lat ko de mal der ben ka je de kan krel ka chit ko gor ka je no ba nyaade ba je prejer ko be mal be je no jen the only way out and tamam right kon. Of course net one dear kan long ka do badan en te ma char ka je re te jen dwalna wa ngumi te ma char te re te jeno reng ma char jane anote ne ngala do reng ma char che tin ba de ye larwo ne tell me de reng machar gok rai wike juba reng machar ramdi chi simple person chenne man ngai kon diala no wude rai wike juba ne ka jen 2018 dan ano ramcha yen ke ti rete je ngai kon diala but tell me de lat ke je ko ngai ke je no mitte me de to reng machar ngai kon dial man dan de ro lat ka South Sudan so kor dial len kon ga ti awu bikir be liang ko be reng machar be release anoke bi mal be ben ba dialog ba jalat banawo ke election ka do gwa mulu rodo so jo me agenda na gorno de nywaka ye mi jiram jidit kanwa TV gwasme gorjen wojin nywaka ne dikokin gorjen wojin ku subscribe kanwa online TV kenwa TV gwasme ko bitin kon tuwa bi kan chamala shukiji jenjo dana gorde nywaka ye kel en ban nyawo je kala radian anda mandu ni chan kod nyamala ya non roi ne gwasme to be chadun ping gwasma gwara ngwane ana biya te kamal bye bye.